Hey guys, today I'll be doing a comic haul. It's been quite a while since I've done a comic haul, but let's get into it. I got a whole bunch of random books from my grandma, so let's look at those. Young Heroes in Love #4 is the first one. I've never seen anything from this series, but it looks pretty cool, I guess. Looks like some sort of joke that took place in like the early 2000s DC universe. So pretty cool looking. Or actually it's 97. So that's pretty cool looking. Next up we have Captain America #50. I think I already own this book. Wait. There you go. Probably better. I think I already own this book, but it's still pretty cool looking. You got the... I really liked Bucky Cap's design. And then you got all those little Buckies around him from the Golden Age. Oh, it looks like a flashback issue. I don't think I've read my issue yet. I try and read them all, but it just takes forever. So I haven't read that yet. Then next I have the Invincible Iron Man 512. Looks like he's fighting a whole bunch of drones. Very cool looking. He's in his what do they call that? Blanking right now. It was pretty much Marvel now. A couple years ago that wasn't successful. I don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. But there's that Iron Man issue. Looks quite cool. Oh, this is a cool one here. We got Assassin, one of the Aglaham, when Marvel crossed over with DC and kind of created a mixture universe. So that's very cool looking. I definitely am going to check that out soon. Next up, we got some Secret Avengers. It's always good to get some of these. We got this is a fairly new one last year. We got Eddie Brock, Venom, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain Britain, and Human Torch. I didn't know the Human Torch was on the Secret Avengers. That's interesting. Next we got Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Very cool looking cover. Always love the covers on this. Pretty excited to read this. Next we got Batman, Gotham Knights from 2000. Pretty cool looking book. Wait, yeah, this is Gotham Knights. I was just wondering if that was just called Gotham Knights under the Batman series. We got Amazing Fantasy #1 when they made the Amazing Fantasy series. Of course, the original Amazing Fantasy had the first appearance of Spider-Man in it, so that's pretty cool. I'm talking the original series, not that one. Next we got Trinity. So this was when Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman all had their individual book besides Justice League and Superman, Batman. A pretty cool looking book here. I think I own this. Actually no, my friends own a shitload of Trinity for some reason. I don't think I own very much. But pretty cool looking book there. Let's move on. Another Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, but this is just Daredevil. Just the Man Without Fear is the tag on the back. Pretty cool looking. I really like the art style on that series. Next we got Wolverine Exile 2 out of 5. Some mini-series with Wolverine. Those are usually kind of cool. Sometimes they suck, but whatever. JLA 100. I am pretty sure I own this one too, but this was a pretty cool series anyways, so I'm glad to own it. Fear Itself 7.2 Thor. Yeah, I don't think I own any, or very much Fear Itself, at least. I think I own like one book from it. I just didn't care that much at the time, but pretty cool looking book right there. Next up I got Black Hawk 15. This one's actually bagged and boarded, so that's pretty cool. Looks like we got Black Hawk. I don't have very much Black Hawk, and I don't know very much about it. But it looks really cool, so that's neat to own. Next we got X-Men from the Ashes family. Looks like we got Colossus, Wolverine, a couple of Havoc on that team. Not sure who else. It's kind of interesting just to read random X-Men once in a while, see who's on the team. Next we got World War Hulk, Ghost Rider. This looks actually pretty interesting. I have the World War Hulk movie. I really liked that. I didn't really get into the comic that much though. Looks pretty cool, actually. I don't remember how much involvement Ghost Rider has. The Marvels project, very cool looking. I think this is like takes place in like the golden age of Marvel. Yeah, it looks like it. Very cool. You got Human Torch, the original one before the Fantastic Four one. So that's very cool looking. Next we got Ecstatic. Don't know much about this either. Sorry guys. Don't know much about this either. Pretty cool looking anyways. Another Blackhawk book. Blackhawk book 1, Blood and Iron. Looks like a thicker, like, not quite graphic novel, just like a extended issue. Pretty cool looking. I like the cover if nothing else. Catwoman number 1. I'm pretty sure I own Catwoman 0 and 1 about 5 times each. Violator number 2 from Spawn. I've accumulated a little Spawn this year. I used to never have any, but my collection for Spawn is very slightly growing. BPRD, Dark Waters. Looks interesting. I don't know. I'll read it. We got something called Wild Flower. Okay. Next, something called New Wave by Eclipse Comics. Now monthly. Interesting. Looks like some sort of circus act. Looks like it could be good. I don't know. Darkness by Top Cow. I really like the video game for this. I've read The Darkness Cross Wolverine when they met up with Wolverine. That was okay. So I don't know. It could be good. Choker. I don't know about this, but something called Larry's Limited Edition.net or Larry's Comics.net. This is a limited edition, so maybe it's like a special cover variant. I'm not 100% sure. Could be good. Image had some good issues once in a while. Berlin by Jason Lutz. Alright, so yeah, this looks like some independent comic that also takes place in the 40s. I'm seeing a trend here. With the 40s comics. But this looks quite interesting. Some of these independent books are pretty interesting. Relying more on story than art, but it still works. Runaway. Looks could be good. Another independent book. So we'll see. Alright, I'm pretty sure we got this one twice. I'm not sure if this is the exact one or not, but we got another one of this book, whatever. Alright, and then we got Top Cow Preview 2005. 99 cents by Image. That's kind of cool. It's like an art book or whatever. I don't really read much of these books, but I mean, it's always cool to see an art book. Aera sketchbook. So we got another little art book. Let's see what this one has. Oops, sorry. So it looks pretty cool. Anyhow. And then we got the Universe. Whatever that is. Next we got Mystic. Outcasts. This is actually by DC. 1988 DC. Could be cool. DC has made some obscure stuff that I really liked. Like, I really liked Hawkworld. If you guys haven't read that, I haven't read it in a couple years, but I liked it last I read it. Fear Effect, and I owned most of the run. I also really liked Starman, I think, from the time. It's kind of like Superman, but a little different. Felt a little more fresh at the time. Because some of that Superman in the 90s got a little stale before his death. Badger. Thor Severed, The Sword of Thor. Now some of these books are getting a little weird. Dark Con? I don't know. Or Drakon? I don't know how to say it. I'm not gonna try anymore. Lady Robotka. Looks like kind of like a weird Star Wars sci-fi thing. I don't know where I got Star Wars, but I don't know. The Last Generation. This looks kind of cool. Like doubled my independent collection. Finder. By Biographics. So, Boris Yeltsin, 3 Days That Shook the World. So, we'll see. This is history right here. This is history right here. Let's see who else they have. They've got the Beatles, Rock and Roll. Oh, that's Rock and Roll Comics. Oh, so there's more than just biograph. I thought these were more biographies. So, alright, interesting. Okay. Next we got Siegel. I don't know how to pronounce these names. Greech. Out for Blood. This looks pretty cool. Actually, looks like some sort of like Spawn Hulk mixture. See, it looks a lot like, kind of has that Spawn artwork. Probably. Oh, it's by Image, so it's probably by like Todd McFarlane or something. I don't know. Warblade. The Crossovers. A dark book that says Johnson Stroma Tribe. Johnson Stroma? I don't know. It's another #1 issue though. It's black. It kind of looks cool. Next we got Elements Declassified by Comico. Cool. Midnight Nation. Ascension. Or, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Looks cool. And now we're done with those, the grab bag. So it has some cool stuff in there. Let's get on to my normal comics, like my pull list in the half price bookstore. Or not normal, but the ones I picked up myself. First off, I got this for $1. My quarter bins are really shitty right now, so I don't really check them that much. Once in a while, I'll go back. It usually has the same stuff or really bad issues. So I got Nightwing Annual. This one's actually a pretty good find there. Pretty nice. Since I've been collecting the new Nightwing, I actually don't have the annual for the new Nightwing, but I have everything else. So any Nightwing is really cool, and I'm a sucker for when they use the old DC logo. That pretty much spent the quarter for me. Yes, I know it's sad. Next I got Marvel Team Up Spider-Man the Human Torch, 1981 issue. This one looks really cool. I just really like this old Marvel look to it, you know, just the older looking issue. Plus I really like characters with super speed. Kind of reminds me of the Flash. And Human Torch and Spider-Man fighting them. I can dig it. Next, we got number 123, so 2 issues after that. We got Spider-Man and Daredevil fighting someone named Solar. So, fighting Solar. So, this one looks really cool too. Moving on. Avengers West Coast. I have a lot of these issues. They're really cheap to find, and it's probably one of my favorite Avengers series of all time. It looks really cool. I just need to... It's just like the first like 20 issues that are kind of trickier to find for some reason. They're not that expensive if you can find them, so I'm glad I found number 4 for $1. Very cool. Next up, I got Justice League number 12 for $1. It's only $1 because it has like a little spine bend, but honestly, I just thought it was cool. This was pretty much an instant sellout issue. I didn't really care too much for it because I didn't collect Justice League already. But I thought for $1, you can't really go wrong. I would have bought any Justice League issue for $1. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool looking book. I really like the New 52's art style too, so I'm glad I got that. Next off, I got these yesterday. Those other comics were a little older. I went to a different half-price bookstore that's about a little farther away. I got this Green Lantern book. Green Lantern number 9, again, New 52. I really like the cover, and I kind of want to get back into Green Lantern. I was really huge into it, like 2009, 10, 11, but then the Green Lantern movie, I bought so much stuff and hype for that, and then it was like garbage, so... So I pretty much got out of Green Lantern after that. Next, got Doctor Strange, 1977 issue. I got it for $1. Don't have very much Doctor Strange, but I thought it looked cool, so I picked that up. Then I picked up number 23. I probably should have done those in reverse order, but I wasn't thinking, whatever. 1977 as well, obviously. Next off is a really cool one. Transformers number 3, where they cross over with Spider-Man. I saw 2 there too, but they wanted like $5 for 2, and for some reason only $1 for 3, and it was like second print for 2, so I was like, I'll pass for now. But I have number 1 and I have number 3. I want to get a big run of these Transformers because they're really good issues. I just found it interesting that Transformers crossed over with Spider-Man at some point. So that was definitely a must-have in my book. Now I've pretty much been busy, so I haven't done very many of these lately. But I thought I would also show off my pull list for recently. I'm still keeping up with my all new X-Men. I'm at a complete run so far. I got the all new X-Men special. Anything all new X-Men that comes out, I'm buying it pretty much. So I picked up number 20 here. This is just last time I picked up my pull list, what I have. I actually have 19 here too. Again, I should have probably flipped the order, but there's both of those. I didn't love how they switched the costumes, but I do like how but I do like their new costumes. I just preferred their old costumes. But that's fairly trivial. The book's written really well still. I like how it's kind of blurring the lines between which X-Men's actually the good X-Men. Is it Scott's X-Men or the classic X-Men? And that's quite interesting how that all played out. I really like how Angel's back on the team. I didn't really love when they took Angel off, so that's really good. Batman number 26, again with Scott Snyder. Just a good series right now. I really like the art in this. I like how the team is still working really, really well, and I've really loved Zero Year. I think it started off a little slow, but the last couple issues have just been crazy good, so I'm glad. Batman, Son of Damian. I didn't pick up the first issue, but this one was just thrown in my pull, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Whatever. Sounds good. It looks pretty cool. I really like Robin, and I really liked Damian before he died, so I'll definitely be reading this. I'll try and pick up one at some point if I can, see if there's like a second print that comes out soon. I just couldn't find it. Number 1 was sold out. Otherwise, I'd have that right now, too. Flash 25. I just started subscribing to Flash like 2-3 months ago. I started grabbing it because I've always liked Flash, but I've kind of fallen out of it since after I think Jeff Johns did a run, and in like 2009 or 10. That one was really good. I read a little bit of that, but after that I kind of fell out of it with the New 52, just because I was so into so into Green Lantern. Green Lantern and Flash used to be the two issues I read a lot, but then I moved into a lot of more Batman, just because Batman got a lot better. I used to only read Batman and Robin because I like Dick Grayson and all, but I didn't really like the Batman and detective stories at the time. Plus, it was just too much to handle all of that. But when I became huge into all the Batman books, I kind of fell out of that. So now I'm back. I got Batman and Two-Face, actually, technically, but it's Batman and Robin 26. Very cool series still. Apparently, this was a big sellout at my comic shop because I came in like 4 or 5 days after this book. I was just grabbing. It was like, no, it would have been like, yeah, I was on break, so it was a couple days after this book came out. Me and my brother went down there. I picked it up, and apparently this was selling out a lot because, I don't know. I don't actually really know what happens in this one, so I'm quite excited to read this. Other than that, I've also still been subscribed to Nightwing, and I got the new Nightwing books. I'm still keeping up with this series. Complete run so far. I'm really liking Nightwing. I wonder what they're gonna do, because I'm pretty sure, aren't they killing off Nightwing or something like that? I thought I heard. I need to get back in the loop. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry this was a longer comic haul. I've been pretty busy lately, so haven't been able to watch and comment on as many videos as I would like, but I'm trying to get a little back into the game more. So sorry that it's been a while since I made a comic haul, and thanks for watching, guys. That's all for today. Alright, guys, I actually got a little more stuff before I uploaded my haul, so I thought I'd show that to you. And as for the background, my background was big and bulky, and I kind of needed to film this quick, so I thought I would just put up these cool folders I got a while ago. First off, I got one new comic, Flash 26. I thought I'd just show you that because I got that today as well. But my town just got a comic store literally Friday. It's a block away from my house, and up until now, since I started collecting there, the closest comic store was about 35 minutes away, so I'm really glad that there's one about a mile from my house, and I got some dollar books. So let's take a look at them. First off, I got the all-new Daring Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man number 109. I got this just because such a great cover for $1. The moon or the sun is just reflecting off his costume, and I thought that was pretty cool. Next off, I've got Invaders number 8. I picked this up mainly because I think it's the first appearance of Union Jack in suit. I know number 7 was actually the first appearance of the character, but I'm pretty sure this is his first appearance in costume. It's in really good condition for the most part, except there's writing and a little bit of green mark on it, but the spine is in good condition. The corners are in decent condition. For $1 book, it's definitely not a terrible deal. Next up, I've got Marvel Triple Action. This one is pretty rough, but I just really like the art on these early Avengers. I like Goliath, Hawkeye, Wasp, Captain America. A really cool looking cover, so I picked that up. Quite cool. Next off, they had a decent amount of these Justice League and World's Finest books, but I picked up this Justice League mostly because I love the cover. You've got Batman or Robin 2, or Batman 2 or Robin from Earth 2, Hourman, Wonder Woman, Night Owl, Wildcat. So, pretty cool looking cover. Johnny Thunder's on there too. Actually, as you can see, there's a little bit of a, you might be able to tell, It's a little bit of a bend. And if I'm not mistaken, that is from when they would ship these out. They used to fold them if you bought a subscription. So I'm pretty sure that's why it's folded. So that's pretty neat, because that's how they used to send out the subscriptions. Next off, I got a decent haul of World's Finest. I got 230. Very cool. 80-page giant for 50 cents, which is a good deal. I like these World's Finest. I really like this era of comics too. I don't collect it that much, but it's that cool kind of middle between Silver Age and modern 80s comics. More modern, I should say, 80s comics. Next, I got 231. Really cool. Kind of confused what Green Arrow are doing. I also always loved these World's Finest covers. I always thought like all the way back from the start. So looks like they they dumped Batman Jr. and Superman Jr. dumped them for Green Arrow and Flash. Looks pretty cool. Got 232. You've got the Dream Bomb. Cool looking cover. Don't really know what that's about. Pretty sweet. I don't know what year are these from. 1975. So September, so probably. Then we got 233. Very cool cover. World Without Men, except Batman and Robin. They're fighting some weird plant monster. World's Finest 234. Superman, Batman, Quit Earth. Like, these are just such interesting stories. Like, these seem like stories you'd hear about in the 50s, and that's what I really liked about the World's Finest series. It really kind of stuck to its earlier roots throughout. You got 235. And yeah, this one also has the crease, which makes me suspect that whoever had these before had a subscription. Next, I got 236. I don't know what the Atom is doing in World's Finest, but very cool looking. Superman's going batshit. 237, I mean. Giant grasshoppers versus Batman and Superman. It's supposed to be in like a... Oh no, that's on top of a building. Very cool looking. And then I got screwed out of 238, but I got 239, so that's kind of a bummer, because I was getting pretty close. Co-starring Gold of the Metal Men. That's interesting. I figured it was the entire Metal Men. Just Gold, though. The UFO that sold the USA, that's what that issue is called. Next we got 240. And that's it for my World's Finest run that I picked up today. And I got all these books for $16. And I got this, Secret of the Boy Wonder. Or of the Mighty Boy, I mean. Not the Boy Wonder, sorry. Superboy. 85. I normally don't buy scrap issues. This one's pretty much ripped up. But it's a 1960, or it looks like an early 1960. That's what it said, 1960 on the inside. So I thought it might be worth $1 anyways, just because it was a really cool cover. So it's a bummer that it's ripped up. Plus I want to support that store as long as it can, so that I can still continue to have a comic store in Force Lake. Next I got this. This was also $1. They had a whole bunch of magazines. This was really cool. It's Hogan's Alley. And it shows the best comic strips you're not reading. Superman the Lost Cartoon. So it's kind of cool. It's a comic art magazine rather than yeah. Looks like a Simpsons, fairly early Simpsons, how it was adapted to a newspaper strip. But like the art in this is pretty cool. It's just neat. Neat little look into the history of comics from the 80s perspective, so that's pretty sweet. And for $1, it's really cool. It's got a lot of the really early newspaper art in it, which I just admire the hell out of the early works of comics, like seeing these ads and stuff. So I couldn't have abandoned that. So let's see. Moving along. There's a really interesting thing in here. I'll try and find, if I can't find it, just flipping through this quick. You can see there's some like showing people cartoon. Oh, here it is. Quest for the first strip. That's pretty cool. It shows a really early 1927 comic strip on there. Really cool looking. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to read that. That's probably one of the cooler finds of the day. And finally, I got Batman Batmobilia. This is actually from Source, not the new store from my town. But I thought I would show you that I got this. I got this for $5 because in box the bumper actually broke off. But as you can see, I pulled it out and fixed the bumper. Actually, I just plugged it back in. It kind of fell out when I was moving it around to bring it. But it's easy enough to pop off. You just pop the lid, which is no problem. And you've got a very cool Batmobile inside. Just pop it back in. And this is actually the Detective Comics 27 model. I knew they were making these, but apparently they have a ton. And after seeing the quality and how cool this is and how it comes with a magazine and all that, I might actually go back and start collecting these for you guys. So I'll definitely take a look at this in a brief video, because that would be pretty interesting. I don't know, can I take it off the mount? I don't know, I don't want to find out. Alright guys, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, I had every intention to uploading that part, but as I got all the things on my computer, for some reason I decided, hey, let's go to Half Price Bookstore, and I bought like another 50 comics, and I thought, well, I didn't upload it, and they're mostly quarter issues, so I guess it's gonna keep going. First off, I got Secret Origins of Blue Beetle. Also, sorry, this video is probably like an hour long by now, and this is actually by Gil Kane, which is really cool. It's in pretty good condition. It has the original Blue Beetle and Ted Kord Blue Beetle. Obviously, Jaime Reyes wasn't Blue Beetle yet. Next up, we've got Adventure Comics. All these are quarter comics. As you can see, there's the stupid-ass quarter sticker that I have to peel off. I'm pretty sure I own this already, but anything like this I can't pass on. I actually might own this issue twice. I think I have a problem, but it's pretty cool, any issues like this. So, alright, next off, I'm continuing my X Factor run. I don't think I'll ever complete this, but I like the early X Factor where it was the original X-Men. I really like all new X-Men, and I just found a fascination with the original team. It's surprising that they didn't take off, because that's my favorite team personally. So X Factor number 8, looks like they're fighting Blob, Mystique. Oops. Next off, I've got number 12, Beast and Iceman. Very cool. This was also in like the right before the big X-Men cartoon boom and the publications around that. Number 20, Jean Grey. Next off, I got some more Robin issues. I'm coming up on like 150 Robin issues probably, and well, I think I had 120 in that really big Robin haul, but
I already had about 30. I have a lot of Robin issues, and I'm pretty sure I own a lot of duplicates. I got 13. I'm pretty sure this one's... I don't own this one already, but it's kind of hard to remember. So there you go. There's 13. 11, I'm almost positive I don't own. Very cool looking issue. Two-Face versus Robin. And number 12. And I'm pretty sure I own this one. But whatever. Another Robin issue. Alright, next off I got this Superboy Annual number 1, Elseworlds. I don't own any Elseworlds issues, I don't think. And it's kind of a neat concept in my opinion, just to be able to look into a alternate DC universe that's just weird and fucked up. And that's what I thought was fun about the Elseworlds series. Kind of a one and done too, so that's nice. Next I got Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man. I'm a big fan of the Amazing Spider-Man in their earlier issues. It's kind of weird because those will be the main ones I'll collect. I won't always collect everything else, but this really reminded me of an early Spider-Man cover. Just, I don't know, I thought it looked cool. There's Hobgoblin versus Black Suit Spider-Man. Next I got Excalibur. Now normally I don't really like Excalibur, but anything with Galactus I just find extremely badass, so I had to pick it up. Especially this cover looks really cool. Really reminds me of kind of like a Jack Kirby light-ish. I wonder who drew this. I probably have never heard of him, because I don't like this book that much, or this series. Oh, Chris Claremont wrote this. That's pretty interesting. Chris Wanzak. I don't know who that is. Then there's an ad for the Nintendo game Wrath of the Black Manta. Game's interesting. I own it. Also, I forgot, I also got this at half price. I got Super Star Wars. Just adding that in there, because I got Return of the Jedi, Super Star Wars. Next off, I got a whole bunch of West Coast Avengers issues. This is the only Avengers series I collect religiously. I'll collect any Avengers issue that looks cool, but I really liked the West Coast team, because it's kind of like the clone and second tier characters coming together and being in the league of the normal Avengers. A lot of the older Avengers come onto it too. So we got West Coast Avengers 19 featuring Hawkeye, Iron Man, Cheetah, and is that Wonder Man? I don't know, Wonder Man changes his suit so damn much. Number 45, Behold the Vision. Very cool looking. It's in the storyline Vision Quest. Next off, we got a huge jump in numbers, 95. Also Moon Knight was in this Avengers for a while, and I don't think he was ever in the normal Avengers. I like Moon Knight, hence my username. But there's War Machine. I believe this might have been when Tony Stark. No, this is past Tony Stark using War Machine. This must be Rhodes. I also really like U.S. Agent because he's kind of like a Captain America, except less America-y. I don't know. Next we got West Coast Avengers 98. Looks pretty cool. You got U.S. Agent. I've got a lot of the later West Coast Avengers now. 99, and I think it went to 100 issues or 102 maybe. It didn't get past 110, I know that. It was the early hundreds. So then there's Lethal Legion, It's Time to Kill. That looks pretty cool. Mockingbird, Spider-Woman, Hawkeye. Next we got West Coast Avengers Annual, 64-page Annual 8. So that looks pretty sweet. This must have been like way close to the end of its lifetime. But very cool annual. I don't think I own any Avengers West Coast annuals, to be honest. Next off, I got a whole bunch of Marvel New Universe. In 1986, they made Marvel New Universe, and I got a big run of these Night Masks for $1. It was $1 for the whole set of all the Night Masks I got today, so I got number 1 because they had them on clearance. So number 1, number 2. These are pretty interesting looking books. I don't know much about them because obviously the New Universe didn't really last. Number 3, It's pretty interesting. Like almost an exact Alien ripoff there. Number 4. And all the art on them looks really good. So that's pretty sweet. Number 5. Looks it's also a little more of a darker taste. It kind of seems like almost as if like 90s Batman was made by Marvel. So number 6. Number 7. Number 8. I really like this cover. Number 9. Number 10. 11. This one looks pretty sweet too. And finally number 12. I don't know if this was the final issue of it or what. Maybe the guy just got a year, but it's a pretty cool looking little series. Maybe it'll be a gem in disguise. Like, if you haven't read it, read the 90s Starman. That was a really good series. I haven't read it in like probably 3 years now, actually. I really want to go back and read that. I actually think I have a Starman in my pile of books to read right now, which is right here. It's just a small bit of the pile. There's a shitload more in the basement. There's 3 boxes. So next we have New Universe Star Brand. This was also $1. We got number 1. It looks more of like a dark Superman type character. Number 2. He's got a bomb or something like that. Number 3. Number 4. 5. This looks really cool. 6. He's got kind of an energy projector villain. 7. 8. 9. 9. 10. Oops. 11, and he got kind of a suit finally instead of the trench coat. 12, featuring the X-Men, but it says it's probably not likely. There's a lot of comics in the background. That's pretty cool. I assume it's like probably like a convention or something. Yeah, it looks like a comic convention or something like that the New Universe guy visits. And finally, I got annual number 1. So that'll end this ginormous 3-part comic haul that I thought would be a 1-part originally. Turned out to be a 2-part, and then turned out to be this 3-part. So I got a decent amount of books to read. Getting back on track on buying comic books. Obviously, it's been like a couple months since I made a haul, and I come back with this giant ass haul. So see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed my ginormous haul. So thanks for watching.